Hello everyone, welcome back to our next video. Today we're going to meet with Gary. We just interviewed Gary and shot a tour of his horse trailer that he's converted to a home. And he's done this one more thing that I think is really brilliant. And he has converted his Honda 2000i, standard Honda, to be run inside. And so, Gary, can you give us the details of how you did that?
Well, actually, I just strapped the Honda in here. I know the older I get, the heavier it seems to get. So I put it in a cookie tray or a cooking tray down there, just to keep, in case there was any kind of leaks or anything, that it would catch the any kind of leak that happened. And I can start it from here and run it from here, and I fill it with a ball and a suction ball, and just kind of fill it up like that. And I plumbed the exhaust out through the floor with this metal exhaust pipe, flexible exhaust pipe, and it works great. It cools fine right where it's at, and if I need power for something, if the solar's not keeping up, I can fire this thing up and it does the job.
So you have solar. You have
Yes.
500 watts of solar.
400.
400 watts of solar.
Yes. And rarely do I ever fire this thing up.
Do you remember any of the details of the sizes of the fittings?
Well,
Probably not.
You know, I had to make the fittings. I have an old 1940s vintage lathe in my garage, and I had to make the fittings out of some pipe fittings that I got at Home Depot to fit that hose. And then once I turned that down to the right size, and it just all screwed together from there.
Okay.
And that was originally just a bell fitting that goes from 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. And then I turned it down so that hose would fit over the outside.
So this isn't off-the-shelf parts you can just go buy.
No.
That's too bad. Because that would be. I tell you what, if you're retired, and I'm sure you're not interested in another career, but if you went in the business of making those and selling them as a kit, I think you'd sell 1 million of them.
Well, I'm not interested in the business.
I know. People come to me with ideas to start a business, and I think, no, that's not kind of what I had in mind right now.
But you could probably have it done in a machine shop real easy, or any place that has a little lathe. Even one of those little Harbor Freight lathes would do it.
Right, yeah, that's a great idea, isn't it? So, is it a standard Honda, is this a standard Honda? No, that's not standard. That's a standard pipe.
That's a standard 1/2 inch pipe. You know, it's been such a long time since I put that in there. I can't remember if I think I had to weld that on inside there to make it work. If I recall. So
your average guy is not going to do it himself. I mean, you have a little above average skills, so you could have someone weld that on.
Yes.
And then have take the Honda in to a machinist and say, this is what I want to do.
Yes.
And he could make that for you.
Yes, and it's really a simple thing. It's just
for someone who knows what they're doing.
Well,
it's really amazing.
Yeah, because the original Honda exhaust, it doesn't come with a way to screw that on the 1/2 inch pipe thread like that. But it's easy to weld that on there and then turn that piece down, and it's a simple deal. It shouldn't cost too much for someone to have that done if you took it to someone and they had the equipment to do it with.
Yeah, I would think any fabricator could do this job.
Like I say, just a little Harbor Freight lathe could do that for you, and a little wire feeder welder of any kind or whatever you got.
So once that's attached, does it become factory parts? I mean, it's just a U-clamp. And is this a factory part or something you made?
Well, the U-clamp came with the hose. I got that at Pep Boys, and it comes with the 2 clamps. And I also had to make another fitting to catch the bottom to go out the bottom. And it's the same kind of a deal as I did on the top.
Now at the bottom, it's just all out of the factory stuff. You just went down to Home Depot and bought all that, I assume, and then screwed it all together.
Other than I had to turn this piece down the same way to fit up inside the pipe to squeeze it to seal it.
Okay. Well, there are a lot of people that would love to be able to run their Hondas inside. They're quiet enough to do that. they just, you'll die from carbon monoxide poisoning. And if you
Yeah,
do this, is it quieter?
It's quiet. If I close the door in the front, I really can't hardly hear it back here, you know. And the exhaust goes down to the ground, so it doesn't seem to echo out very much.
Right.
And if I really wanted to quiet it more, I could put a bucket or something underneath it from the bottom if it bothered anybody, the noise, and kind of even make it quieter yet.
Well, you could carry it to the ultimate and run an exhaust pipe straight up and out over the roof. I mean, outside. I'd probably run it outside.
Yeah, well, I probably won't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that either. I mean, if a Honda bothers you, that's not good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, a Honda shouldn't really bother too many people.
Yeah. And like I say, I seldom run it because my solar panels seem to keep up. They run the TV and the microwave and the DVD player and everything I need.
That's what most of us find. In fact, I had carried my Honda around for so long without using it. I would just start it to keep it, running.
Yeah.
I finally just sold it because I'm never going to use it, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. Put all LED lights in, so they hardly use any juice.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
When you get some cloudy days, they're coming. You just you conserve.
Yes, exactly.
You can conserve for a few days.
Right.
It's part of the adventure.
Right, and then I can cook on propane instead of the microwave.
Right.
Whatever I got to do.
Right, exactly. In fact, we've had some cloudy days, so I'm thinking I may not use my microwave for the next few. No big deal.
Yeah. Something else I did is my panels, I can tilt them. I build them on a rack so I can tilt them to face the sun better on the top, so I can get more juice if I need them. I haven't done it yet because they build up 100% every day. So
that's all you need.
Yeah. Can't do any better than that.
No. Well, thanks so much, Gary. I just thought this was a really, really, really good idea of a Honda you can run from on the inside, and it isn't simple off the shelf parts, but I think you could find someone to do it for not very much money.
Yeah, and the parts are really cheap. I think the exhaust pipe was like $4 or $5, and the parts themselves are $2 or $3 a piece.
Right.
You just have to be able to fit the pipe to the part.
Right.
And then adapt the Honda to that pipe thread.
Right.
Which was just very little welding.
Right. Yeah, I think you could get that done really cheap.
Yeah.
I'd be $50.
Oh, I would think cheaper than that.
I would think,
but I don't know.
But it might be the minimum, the smallest job he'd want to take his time to do.
Yeah, most people have a friend with a welder
that would
probably do it, and they can do it in a few minutes.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem with a pro is it's so little he doesn't want to bother.
Right. And they got shop time to pay for and all that, where somebody just has a little wire feed or whatever in their garage and they can handle it.
Right. Well, Gary, thanks so much. I appreciate your sharing this with us. It's really brilliant. Folks, if you got anything out of this, I hope you did. Like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye once again.
Once again.